What's up, guys? Kevin Durant might not be the most liked player in the league today, but we can't deny the fact that he's still one of the greatest players of all time. This skilled sharpshooter has an incredibly long highlight reel, but we were able to gather 10 clips and series that personified Durant absolutely destroying his opponents. So let's jump right into the video. Number 10. We don't get to see a play like this very often against a strong player. Kevin Durant was still on the Golden State Warriors at this time, and they were playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo was still very young at this time and was tasked with defending Durant on this play. Take a look at how it went for him.
Steve Kerr says what really helps him, he's got an amazing touch around the basket. Crossover and slam for Durant.
Durant knew that Giannis' eagerness to make a play in isolation would get the best of him, so he got him jumping and quickly drove hard to the basket. After leaving Antetokounmpo in the dust, Durant rose up and slammed it down with relative ease. Number 9. Durant has hit the double crossover dribble move so many times that people start to think of him when somebody does it during a game. This next play where KD destroys his opponent came when he was still on the Oklahoma City Thunder with the team playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. Let's see how Julius Randle fared when trying to defend him on this play.
Los Angeles shooting 6 of 16 here in the first quarter. Durant showing Randle every move he's got, and then...
Did you see that? Durant was moving so quickly and hitting multiple crossovers that the play ended with Randle looking lost and totally behind the play. The young forward was just powerless in that situation after taking one step too close to Durant, who knew that he had him right there and then, right where he wanted him. And then, to top it all off, Kevin knocked down a surprisingly difficult layup/floater from close to the rim. Number 8. On this play, Durant acted as if there wasn't even anybody standing in front of him. He was still on the Thunder here and was playing against the Dallas Mavericks. Now, I also want to mention that this one happened around Christmas time, but what Durant did here was certainly not in the holiday spirit. Look at this play.
Miami in the finals last year, Christmas Day, they've stayed big down the stretch. Oh, what a crossover by Durant!
Durant was a smooth operator here, getting himself into the paint where the defender tried to step up and cut him off. However, he didn't anticipate Kevin just easily crossing over to the other side of him before rising up and dunking it as he tried to stretch his arms back into the play. While walking back, you could just see it on his face that he knew he just did something absolutely disgusting. Number 7. Durant doesn't just destroy his opponents with his handles though, he also elevates and embarrasses them by posterizing them. On this play, Durant was able to do just that. Sticking with his dominating time with the Thunder, Kevin had no mercy for Roy Hibbert and the Indiana Pacers. Take a look.
He is 5 of 5 from the field. The Pacers with a 12-point first-half lead. Durant.
The second that KD got himself free from the defense of Paul George, it was like he instantly knew that he wanted to dunk the ball regardless of who tried to stop him. Hibbert thought that he could at least deter him a little bit by jumping up with him, but it seemed to only fuel him even more. Durant turned into a freight train on this possession, and Hibbert got destroyed because of it. Number 6. Brendan Haywood was not ready for this play. You might be wondering who Haywood even is, but once you watch this clip from the Western Conference Finals between the Thunder and the Mavs, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about here. Here's the clip.
Achieving cult status right now in Dallas after his last 2 performances. Durant! Oh! And a foul!
You see what I mean? Haywood was a little slow on his rotations to protect the rim, but gave it his all to at least jump with Kevin anyway. Unfortunately, Durant doesn't hit the brakes at all when he attacks the rim, and he slammed it down so viciously over the top of him that he even fell down onto the ground afterwards. What was even cooler about this play was that it completely silenced the crowd, with Oklahoma City playing on the road in this particular game. Number 5. We had to at least talk about this one despite the interesting circumstances. Durant completely destroyed his opponents, not on a specific play here, but rather during the course of back-to-back postseason series. While with the Golden State Warriors, Durant seized his opportunity to try and become the best player in the world. In order to do so, he had to take on LeBron James head-to-head and prove that he was the better player.
But Julia gives up another open shot. Looked like he had a layup. Durant drives and finishes.
In the NBA Finals in 2016, and then again in 2017, Durant won 2 championships and outplayed James in the process. The most notable moment from that 2017 series was his late-game three-pointer over the outstretched arms of James that sealed the game for the Warriors.
Incredible opportunity.
Durant for three. It's good. Kevin Durant from downtown.
It didn't end the series, but it simply took the life out of a team that was doing everything in their power to try and keep it close. While some will argue that he still never became the best player in the league, Durant definitely destroyed his opponents throughout those two series. And if you don't want Durant to destroy your favorite team, make sure you smash that subscribe button for good luck. You never know when you're gonna need it. Number 4. Here we have another performance for the ages. Sadly, Durant and the Brooklyn Nets weren't able to get the win in this game, but Durant absolutely crushed the opposition throughout the entire series and capped it all off with a beautiful Game 7 showing. It all happened last season against the Milwaukee Bucks. Durant literally wasn't allowed to take a breather for the entire game, playing 53 minutes in the contest.
Here's Durant backing in. Durant makes it home.
He shot the ball at a blistering 47.2% from the field and ended up dropping 48 points to go with his 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and only 3 turnovers. He had the ball on practically every possession too. Plus, he was able to hit an unbelievable turnaround jump shot that tied the game at the end of regulation, sending it into overtime.
Gets it into Durant. Here is Durant moving on Tucker. He turns, he shoots. Yes!
Had he been standing just a few inches back, or even if his feet were just a little smaller, the shot would have been ruled a three-pointer and Brooklyn would have won. But in the end, Brooklyn did lose in overtime, though nobody could check Durant in this series. The superstar forward dominated everyone in his path, averaging 35.4 points, 10.6 rebounds, and 5.4 assists a game throughout that series. Number 3. Let's now take it all the way back to his time with the Seattle Supersonics. It may feel like an eternity ago, but Durant had some incredible plays with the team before they rebranded. This play in particular helped them win a game. Let's see the play.
The ball in his hands. Durant coming to the rim.
Oh!
With the clock running down fast and Durant catching the ball in a very awkward spot with multiple defenders near him, he was still able to find a way to rise up and knock down the long jumper. I mean, the defender's hand was literally in between his arms while he was shooting. He was that close to him. Yet somehow the pressure didn't even affect him a little bit, and he showed the world that he was the real deal. Number 2. Durant took the Mavericks' souls once again in this one. For some reason, Kevin must really hate the Mavs, or he just loves playing against them, because it seems like half of his best plays come from games against that specific team. Anyway, Dallas held a 1-point lead over the Thunder with 1.4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Let's see what happened next.
Lotion will throw in. Here is Durant for the win!
Clearly, the pressure of a late-game shot does not faze Durant in the slightest. With only 1 second to get a shot off to try and win the game, he broke free the second the play started and got right to the spot he wanted. Then he destroyed the hearts of every Mavericks fan watching the game by knocking in the triple just as Jason Terry flew past him in a last-ditch effort to block his shot away. Number 1. We gotta wrap this video up with a pretty insane defensive play just because we really haven't shown Durant destroying his opponents on that end of the court too much. This play happened in the playoffs with Durant's Golden State Warriors leading the series 3-0 against the San Antonio Spurs. They also held a 16-point lead at this point in the second quarter. Take a look at what happened here.
Curry, the stutter dribble, fakes, pass deflected by Murray, pushes it ahead. DeJounte Murray goes inside, left-handed, blocked by Durant.
DeJounte Murray thought that he had himself a nice and easy layup on a fast break, but he must have severely underestimated Durant's speed and length. Not only did Durant block the shot off the backboard, but his other hand flew around and blocked it off the backboard a second time on the same jump. The man destroyed that shot attempt so much that he had time to do it again before he hit the ground. Hey, that does it for this video on the 10 times Kevin Durant just destroyed his opponents. If you enjoyed our video, make sure to click the video that appears on your screen now.